Drastic change in my life, part 19. October 2020. Did not hear, please feel free to read. Did not hear from the lawyer. Waited. October, November. Did not hear anything. Please feel free to pause and read. So I did ask for affidavit, right? When I was told that I should think of it in a month. Imagine I was going. Listen to this now. I was going to go to an examination for discovery and didn't know anything about any affidavit. It was mentioned in a conversation, that's why I asked for an affidavit, right? But did not know that affidavit would have I thought I would have had it to review it when I'm ready, but no, it went away. I did not understand it, right? So it disappeared within 2 weeks, right? But here I was saying that I got it from Samantha. He said, I hope you're doing well. Courtney asked that I forward you the copy of the affidavits of the documents we serve on your behalf so you can review the documents, right? And then I made mention that please be advised that I do not understand the document that has been opened with the Ontario Superior Court of Justice. Therefore, I have not placed my signature for consent. Right? Please feel free. She said, that is fine. Samantha, that is fine. A very brief explanation is that the affidavit of document details and lists all relevant documents for clients' claims that are in a party's possession. Please feel free to read. That is why I didn't understand, because some things were missing, you know? I decided not to bother. No, November 2020. Instead, I received a call on November 30th, 2020, 2 months later, to discuss my motor vehicle accident claims. I was confused since the person did not introduce himself. First time I've spoken to this person, which I found after a few questions, was a law clerk in training at Neimark Law Firm. 1 year and 4 months later, since the accidents was the first time Neimark Law showed interest in my motor vehicle accident claims. I had already outlined the incidents in more than one email to Neimark Law Firm. What if I did not remember the details, eh? What if I didn't? Why did it take over a year to show interest in my two rear-ended motor vehicle accident claims? There were no maintenance or communication guidance for Neimark Law since retained on July 11th. The main reason retained, nothing at all. I was left on my own. Spoke with Sanjay on November 30th. Right, regarding my motor vehicle accident claims. I told him that I was actually waiting for 2 months on a call from Courtney Madison since my examination for discovery was cancelled again in September 2020. Examination for discovery, that means it was postponed 3 times, and now they're forcing a mediation. Examination for discovery was scheduled on August 16, May 15, 2020, and August 29, 2020, and we, Neimark Law and I, had never met once in person or via phone to discuss my claims for wrongful dismissal and long-term disability. The law clerk, Sanjay Mystery, suggested that he would schedule a call with Courtney Madison for December 11, 2020 at 11 a.m. I asked for an email confirmation. So this was the email confirmation. Please feel free to read. December 2020, meeting with Courtney. This was an interesting meeting, I tell you. Neimark Law stated that I require counseling. They said I require counseling, recommended several times that I need to see a psychologist, can you imagine, in order to win my motor vehicle accident cases. I was rear-ended in a hit and run and also rear-ended in a 3-car accident while waiting at the stoplight. Rear-ended, so why do I need to see a psychologist to win my case? The medical doctors refused to provide medical care for both motor vehicle accidents. My friend was examined for the first accident. I was refused. Neimark Law advised that they would speak to the Aviva Insurance on my behalf. Both motor vehicle accident claims were denied by Aviva Insurance in 4 months. There were no convictions for the motor vehicle accidents. Neimark Law stated in July 29 and December 2020 that it would take 2 years. Brought that up because it was part of the meeting with Courtney. Yeah. So Courtney said, I explained the heads of damage in tort, accident benefits, LTD, and wrongful dismissal. I'm happy to sit down with you next week because I told her that I had some more documents, but the meeting was a bit disturbing. The meeting was at 3 and not 11. I think 3:15, I think. But anyway, oh yes, it was at 3 because she said this is further to our 1.5 hour call today from 3 to 4:30 p.m. So the meeting was postponed from 11 a.m. to 3 o'clock. And she mentioned she couldn't answer my question. Courtney could not answer my questions. I guess I caught her off guard, you see. So I asked her how much were they suing. Then she for where my case is concerned. Then she's gonna say, when we have to calculate how many years you have worked and blah blah blah. She could not give me a figure. She was just ranting on, going on, right? Please feel free to pause and read. For the sake of time, I will not go in, but just letting you know that the meeting was not a success because I asked her, I did not see a police record for accident number 2, as if it did not occur. And she was saying that, sometimes, from my understanding, it's like, if it can be annulled because if two accidents happened, they don't know which one I was injured, so maybe only one case would go through. These kind of things, eh? And then she's also saying that if you agree to have your private psychological communicate with your OPIP funded doctor, she's still pushing this psychological thing. No, I will not say a psychologist because they already say I'm mental, so the psychologist don't care how sane I am talking to her or him. They're going to record that I am mental. Just like the doctors. I'm complaining about my back pain and stuff, and they're making it seem as if it's related to something else and not the accident. Okay, so I'm not seeing any of them. No. Please feel free to pause and read. December 2020, never met with Neymar Claude to discuss. We went through that. The medical records from the Ministry of Health were omitted. Can you imagine? This is one of the things that actually the medical record, what Courtney told me about the medical Ministry of Health? It's because of coding. Tell that to someone who doesn't have sense, because there's some with the coding and it says tenosynovitis, right? But some with the coding, some without coding, it's at 00. It's talking about mental health and Dupuytren and all kind of things. It has nothing. It's not about the coding. They were being malicious, and guess what happened? She omitted the she didn't include it. It would not have been a part of it, right? And also the fact that so here within before please feel free to read this. I will give you the overview, okay? Please feel free to read. Okay, so it states here that 5, you see, 5. This is 1 of 5. This is 1, and this is 2 of 5. So the header is considered 1. Would you believe that they included the section that talk about the fracture? This is from Dr. Bemo. The wrist fracture. You see the one that I did after I went to Vorden, and it confirmed that there was no fracture. This lawyer, Neymark Law Firm, see that? Actually only took the one that says fracture. I gave the lawyer the one that says no fracture, but he only included 1. Okay? This is 3 of 5. We talk about recent fracture. This was it. And the information here. This was when I went to the doctor that day, and the doctor recorded some things that I wasn't examined, but no, false information provided there. 5:05. And when I went back to the doctor, and he recorded July 10th. July 10th. Okay, this was for whatever, this was a part of it. Maybe it was this section. I think it was this section. You had fracture and all that. Yeah. So this was, I put this in. This was my doing. Their 5:05 has ended here. This is my section that I said I gave Nemaglaw the correct X-ray, no fracture. That's what it says. No evidence of fracture for Borden. It was not included in their affidavit. The following were also deliberate left out after the affidavit, right? We talk about my tenosynovitis that it still existed, and I gave, and this was not a part of the affidavit. Decauvin syndrome, eh? That is why they wanted me to see a psychologist, because they are making me out to be mental. So all this were not a part of a part of the affidavit. Okay, be free to freeze and read. I've already been over all this. Okay, so just the how was being set up to fail. So it's all there. Racism at play. All this cover up to free mobility, well-established company within Canada from the injury that occurred at work and racism experience. I had proof. So the system intended to silence me at any cost. Systemic racism at play. Okay. Yeah. Even this was omitted. No evidence of osteoarthritis. Not a part of the affidavit. That's why they were pushing me. That's why they don't want to sit down with me to discuss my claim. They wanted us 2 hours, and then we go in and let them chew me alive. And then afterwards, now they're talking about mediation and us for settlement after so many damages. Oh, this